Hello, everybody. We're live. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How's everything going over there?
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Hi. Jasper says hello, everyone, as well. The weather here, I'm just in absolute delight. It's beautiful. It's blue skies,
Oh, good for
sunshine.
you. Over here,
Oh,
I'm melting away when I play pickleball in the morning.
oh, I know this is like the perfect time of year for us. And there was clouds yesterday, but not one little trail in the sky again.
I
It's just,
know. No trails
oh,
again. I seriously manifested that. I swear to God. Ever since
yep.
I said it, it's like now I don't see it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and if they are there, I know that they're actually okay. They're
Yeah.
actually helping. Yeah, it's fascinating. So look, it's just been beautiful here, and yeah, I haven't heard much I don't hear much in the news or anything like that. So I'm just in this world, this little bubble of joy. I don't know about everyone else, but the frequency that's around, it's like no matter what, my heart's going, oh, this is so much fun being here. This is so much joy. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I
Yeah,
don't know how
yeah,
everyone else is
absolutely.
going.
I want to hear from everybody on the chat. Like, how is the energy? How are you feeling? I
Yeah.
was telling Marie that I'm also feeling very joyful and high vibrational and um, just really. Oh, there's something I wanted to ask you because I talked
Yep.
to someone today who told me that this was happening to them. So now when I meditate, all of a sudden I get really, really hot,
Yes.
like, oh my God, I'm sweating. Like, what's happening? And then I thought, oh, the menopause is coming back. And I was done with that a long time ago. And I'm like, what? And then this friend of mine who is a male said, oh, this is happening to me. And I'm like, oh, wait, this is okay. It's not a menopause thing. It's because he's a male. So I knew, and he's like, yeah, when I meditate, it's like
Hot.
really hot.
Well, why do you think when I'm sitting here and I'm connected in and I always start going, oh man, I'm so hot. It's like this beautiful frequency that we're channeling through. It's fast vibration. So it's actually speeding up and it's actually making us feel hot. It's tangible. Um, and I remember I went through a phase. I'd like to. Whereabouts do you? Is there anywhere in particular you feel the heat coming in, or you feel it first? Is there anywhere in your body that you
Well,
notice
I
it?
only feel it in the back because the back is against the couch, so
Yeah,
there's more heat, right? Because
it's captured
but
there.
but really, when I start noticing, it's like I'm all hot, like almost like a menopause flash.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
when you would get hot all over.
See, it's interesting because I never got one of those. I was one of these blessed people that I actually started working before it happened, and I never had one symptom. Never had.
Oh,
But
nice.
what I've over time now and then, what happens is I feel this huge energy coming in through my crown, and it's just like this through my body, and you can feel it. I said to one of my friends, "Feel this," and it was like electricity. Um, but then it would go. But what I'm finding now is when I'm connected, I get really hot. That's why even in winter, I can often only wear short sleeve tops or dresses because I just find as soon as I'm connected, I do start to get really warm. And people
Yeah.
go, "Aren't you cold?" And I'm going, "Nah." Like
No,
when you're
it's
connected, you're hot.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
really, really hot. Like it's almost uncomfortable hot. I was like, I can't understand what's happening.
Yeah, I know. It's no, I've had this for a long time with when I'm doing readings or connected into energy or whatever. But so that it's to me it's a connection into source, literally. And it's just coming through. And in a way, you think about heat and it's like transformation. So to me, it's like clearing out things as well and taking us into a higher vibration, higher frequency. Um, and we feel it, within our being because we're vibrating faster. So
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has got any other ideas as to why that happens. Throw it up there. It'd be really interesting to see where
Yeah,
people are
it's
at.
just been
Mm.
really obvious now, like just really obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, oh, that's good. Now you'll understand if I'm sitting here going, "Oh, I'm so hot."
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how things are developing, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah. But this it was interesting because I went to this beautiful sound bath on the Saturday night up the Sunshine Coast. My friend's incredibly talented, and but just the vibration. But everyone was feeling the same thing about this joy and being in this frequency of excitement. It's the unknown, but it's really beautiful energy. That's all. And a lot of people are feeling it. So there's some big shifting going on, and I feel there's some creating going on from a very deep place, like, almost the point of creation. We're almost not transmuting now. We're creating something completely new. It's just,
Wow.
yeah.
Anyway, so the dream show you did yesterday was great. We missed Zandy, but
Yeah.
you did a great job, and the dreams were really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
But Annalisa, this synchronicity, when something's in flow, because just even the first two dreams that people had sent me before we started because they couldn't make it, the names, first one was Nick Free, the second one was Nicole Ann. Then Nick Free sent me an email going, Maree, can you believe the synchronicity? She said, the person under me, whose name was Nicole Ann, that's actually my name too. And I'm just getting goosebumps as I'm saying this. Can you believe that? And I was just going, oh, and then I said something, and then she went, oh my God, I was just about to write that as well. And then I went to get a book out, but I went, I'll get it for next time. And someone said, I've just ordered that book and it's turning up in 3 days. I think that was Therese. I was just going, I love this stuff. So this is synchronicity of being in that really beautiful higher frequencies and dimension, guys. And it's fun. And then you start noticing it and you watch the synchronicities, just even the little ones, and then everything just starts to become synchronistic.
Yeah, it's magic.
It's magic.
It's
so
magic.
Yeah, and it was so much fun. And I mean, it's so great that people are vulnerable enough to, talk about their dreams and get some depth and meaning to them. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyway, if you guys want to get your dreams decoded, now you know, on Sunday evenings.
Yep.
If you're in the US, if you're in Australia, it's Monday morning.
That's right. So.
All right, here we go. So starting with Kibu's first
Ooh.
question, is the Gulf War a screen memory for our planet to erase the memory of an alien invasion?
Oh, the Mandela effect. Oh, what a really good out of the box question. I know. Okay. How fascinating. Okay, should we do some cards on that? Is that just see what comes up with that one? I mean, and Kibu, it's really interesting because I know that as souls, we may feel that we've been another person or whatever in a lifetime, but we can actually have a blueprint overlay put onto our soul. So, why not have a memory put onto our actual, our video game? Let's just see what the cards say. That's I love this out of the box thinking.
But how are you going to ask this question?
Okay.
Because
I'm going to ask if the Gulf War was actually if it was a true event. I'll ask that first.
Got it.
That's probably going back to basics is always a good way to start.
Yes, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, so no, that's enough. I feel that would be the best way to actually get a bit of a clarity with that. All right, so that one wants to come out. Okay, so the High Priestess has come up. So to me, there was something that was hidden with that. So I don't feel that the actual WAR was all about what they were saying it was about. So that's the first thing that I'm getting with it. Yeah, so the Page of Cups. So something was offered and it did happen, but the reason why it happened wasn't exactly what they were saying. Look at this, the Magician. There was smoke and mirrors around it. But I'm not seeing anything to say that it didn't happen per se. But what we're getting is actually that, yeah, and again, we've got our Page of Wands. So there was definitely something. This is a new action or something that's not as big as you expect. The reason why they did it was not the reason at all. But Kibo, I'm not feeling that it was actually to hide, the alien invasion. But there was definitely something more to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So Kibu had another question. If past lives regression to heal generation trauma or past lives trauma bring back my good eyesight? It could, for sure. Dolores Cannon had many examples of sessions where people regained, oh my gosh, all kinds of Eyesight, hair, hair loss would stop falling. The hair would stop falling off, or people that couldn't have babies started having babies. I mean, it's all kinds of things. I mean, healed, like diabetes, or she was able to regrow cartilage on a knee, and doctors tell you cannot regrow cartilage, and she was able to do that.
Yeah.
Not her,
Oh,
obviously not Dolores. It's the person, right? It's the person's belief system, and yes, absolutely, yes.
beautifully said. And also too, it can be the release of a DNA activation, or shifting something in the DNA, and that definitely comes through. I've had people, even with just running the energy sessions on people, when it's working within the DNA, and obviously lineage and trauma from that, people have, their backs have stopped hurting, or they've healed something within their heart or whatever. So it just depends on the person, the situation. But yeah, absolutely, Kibbo. I reckon, yeah, spot on. Yeah, look at that. We've got a beautiful temperance card. So this is, sometimes it can take patience, and then, but there's definitely a change. So this is when you go through your spirit, when you go
Yeah.
through that beautiful energy field. So, and miracles can happen, because I remember when I was young, I was 18, I had retinal detachments, which you can go blind from, and I was losing eyesight. And so I had to have surgery on it. And then I was very short-sighted from that. So I used to have to wear glasses and then contact lenses. And I thought, oh, great, lasers come out. I'll be able to get some laser surgery. And they couldn't do it on me. And so I just said to God, all right, do you know what? I always want to, one day I want to wake up and be able to see. That would just be my miracle. And then I just let it go. I surrendered. And I ended up paying for a friend to have her laser surgery done, because I'd saved for it and couldn't have it. Down the track, they brought out these new, I had cataracts then from the surgery, and they brought out these new lenses. I now have better vision than just about anyone I know. And the specialist was amazing, and I got it all for free. Another story, huge, huge, huge miracles. He said, oh, I only gave you this much sight in that one because I wasn't sure what was going on with the surgery, and I was really disappointed. But what's happened, I now can see out of that left eye nearly as good as my right eye. And I told him that, and he just looked at me and shook his head and walked off, because he knows I'm an absolutely weird case. So miracles do happen. I now have, as my eyesight is incredible from that left eye. And that's our
Wow.
brain and our spirit. We can do anything. So,
Yep. Yep. And remember, like this, in this simulation, this video game, it's every frame was, oh, let's say every second is separate from the next second, from the next second. It looks to us like it's a serial, but it's not. And so you can be completely ill in this frame, and then the next frame literally be completely healed. Right? And that's the power that we have. We just don't know that we have that power.
yeah, absolutely agree. Yeah. So,
Amazing. All right. So Lila's first question has to do with the topic, which
okay.
was, is cancer a parasite?
Okay. So do you want me to
So
check Lila's question first, or the parasite question
the
first?
parasite first, the parasite
Okay.
question first, and then we'll ask you the
Okay.
other. Yeah.
Let's ask if there's an aspect of it that is from parasites, because it could be a combination of things. So let's just see. Is there aspect of cancer that comes from parasites? Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So the first card up was the Hermit. Now, to me, straight away, I got the message going deep. And so, where do they live? They live usually deep, don't they? And they're hidden and tucked away. But then we've got our Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from a situation to find a better one. So let me just see. I'm going to get a clarifying card on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just getting a message as well. Yeah. There's other factors at play, because we've got our Three of Pentacles. So this to me is when there's a contract, or when there's something else being worked out, like a plan. So it could actually be, it could be an aspect of it, because the World cards come up. So there's something bigger, but it could be definitely be an aspect of it. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So then, is it a fungus?
Okay. Is fungus an aspect of it too? Yeah, I mean, because it's so like these days.
I mean,
I mean,
in the end, it might not be a parasite as in what we think a parasite is,
it
but
could be something else.
the word parasite really just means that it lives off of something else, and cancer lives off of the cell, right? The cell that it's attacking. So I think in that matter, it is a parasite, but not a parasite as in what we think these worm things that are moving around in our bodies.
Yeah.
It's not that. I feel like that's what the cards are saying. If
Yes.
you
Yes.
if you take the actual word parasite, yeah, it's a parasite. Why? Because it lives off of the cells. It's something that,
Correct.
yeah.
And yeah, and it's fed by sugar. And parasites love things like sugar. So you actually start craving the sugars and the things like that when you do have them in there. So it's a really interesting parallel, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a really interesting thought, Elisa.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now we've got our Seven of Wands. When we're talking about the fungus, this is interesting because the Seven of Wands is about fighting for something that's right. So if there's an imbalance, it's looking like if there's an imbalance, let's just see what our next card comes up about the outcome. You're not going to believe it. We've got the Hermit card again. So this is really talking about something that's really sort of deep within the core. So if there's that imbalance with the fungus, because the fungus in your body can be anywhere, it's yeah, and the Four of Pentacles. So it's often, if it's a fungus, it could have been there for a long time, because to me this is setting up a foundation, and it usually takes time. So I'd say if it's a long-term fungus, then you've got your Tower card. Yeah, that can really cause some damage to the body. And a lot of people don't realize they have internal fungus just from their pH level and what they're eating and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lila, I would say that it looks like the fungus probably has a little bit more to do with it than anything as well, more of an aspect of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's saying her mom has her cancer back.
Yeah.
And she had a lot of penicillin as a cure for lots of infections. Penicillin kills our good germs. So maybe we get fungus after taking all that penicillin.
Yeah. Well, I guess then it's about rebalancing, because I mean, my understanding is that if we then eat really healthy food and do the things that we need, to the minerals, whatever, to replace that, our body can rejuvenate. So who knows, that could have been a trigger, but maybe there was something there in the first place. Yeah, so we've got our King of Swords. So what we're talking about is truth. Our body can regenerate, because that's what I was asking. When we actually feed, it doesn't need much to actually help keep it balanced, but we're never taught that, because look at this, Five of Wands. We are taught so many different things and they're not right. So we need it's just the change that we need to give to our bodies. King of Pentacles, yeah, we can actually create in our reality, changing that up. But and just remember though too, sometimes we do have a soul contract, and that can be a way for someone to
So everybody, if you feel called to do so, please send Lila's mother some energy, some healing energy, and
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And Lila too, because it's really hard, when
the family,
your mum's not well. I've been through this, and it's just it's really hard. Your mum's your mum. There's no one like her.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. All right. So I don't see any more questions here. Something that I know in the book of Soul Speak, which is the Dolores Cannon's daughter, wrote a book that said what each thing meant. Like if you get cancer, is this, if you from all the years of research and the sessions. And so a lot of disease, I'd like to know, I'm sure by kinesiology, what percentage of cancers are off of emotional reasons, are emotional versus outside environmental factors. So what is the percentage of cancer that comes from emotional stress?
Okay. Do you want to pop your little banner up? Just
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
yes, yeah, just when we're talking about this stuff, that'd be good. So okay, so the first thing I'm getting to, because there can be a number of reasons. It can be like the perfect storm sort of thing with the emotional, the physical, the mental, everything. But
Yes.
I'm going to ask overall for people that have been diagnosed with cancer, what is the percentage of them that the emotional aspect was the activator or
Yeah.
the main problem? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 82%.
So 82% really comes from emotional holding on. Like the book said, it's holding on to anger. If
Okay.
it's, if it's cancer, if it's breast cancer, it's different. If it's breast cancer, it's based on not feeling nurtured, not
Yeah.
feeling supported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can be lineage as well. What I'm just getting is also it can be. I used to talk about. It's almost like they're not relevant anymore because I used to work with these quite a lot, where there's a memory, and I can't even think of the word for it, which means to me that it's not as a big deal now. But there used to be a memory that was passed down through the lineage of a trauma that might have happened to a great great uncle or something, and it was close to the DNA. So then the DNA would get activated if that person went through a trauma and there was that emotion was sitting there. And I'd actually seen this, and it could be it was cleared with the kinesiology. It
Mhm.
was amazing. I've seen some amazing stuff happen from that, but that seems to have shifted now. It's almost like it's faster. It's almost like clearing something directly through DNA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. So that's what, yeah, I was finding. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be that person. It can be lineage stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now wants to know if the unidentified flying objects disclosure is happening within 90 days.
Is it true? Thank you. Wow. Should I use cards for this one?
And that reminds me, yes, yes, please. And that reminds me, I need to ask about YouTube, because YouTube has been reversing some things that I'm like,
Ooh,
yeah, so we need to ask to
okay.
see if it's been taken over.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Oh, gosh. I mean, it's a world full of surprises, I think, at the moment, with everything going on. We just don't quite know. But let's tune in and just see. Um, okay. Is this true? Okay. Interesting. We've got our Queen of Swords, and to me, she's someone that's very direct and she does speak truth, but it's not quite the full story. So I feel that this is a possibility. And then we've got our Three of Cups. So I mean, it could be a part of the thing that makes a shift into a better place. I just the Hierophant. This is fascinating because this to me is my deep state. So it depends, I think, on what happens with this. I feel there's still going to be a little bit of juggling. So I'm not sure if I'd want to put like a 90-day limit on or a thing on something like that, because we don't really know what's actually going on. It's telling me that there could be options. So justice, but whichever way it goes, it's going to bring this through. Okay, so I don't
Mhm.
know that that's going to actually happen, but however it happens, it will bring through the justice. So
Okay.
they're really interesting cards to have come up for that question.
Mm.
So look, maybe, no, maybe, but I wouldn't bet my last $100 on it.
Okay. All right. So this is something I think we had talked about, because I'm such a
Mm,
when it comes to me to diseases that are passed down,
yeah.
I've always felt that the only reason it's passed down is because you think that your mom had it, so now you think you're going to get it, and that's the only reason why it's not, to me it's not genetic. And I thought the cards had agreed with me, but we
Yes.
can ask again,
Yeah.
because to
Yeah.
me it's not genetic. That's what they tell you so that you get sick. because they want you to get sick. So they're going to
Yeah.
say, oh, well, if your mom had it,
Yeah.
chances are you're going to get it too. And it's all they
Yeah.
want you to do is get sick so they can, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, I know that there are certain people that they say have a certain gene that is more of an activator. However, I still feel that within us we have the power, if we're doing our inner work and we're releasing where that trauma came from or whatever, then I believe that that's mute. It's a moot point,
Yes.
really.
So, but can you ask the cards
Yeah.
if that program is true? Because it might not be true. What you
Yeah.
just said
Yeah.
about that there's a program.
Page of Pentacles. This is something new in reality. So it's everything. It's how we are programmed and how we choose to take it. The High Priestess. This has all been hidden from us. Our power
Mhm.
within us has been
Yep.
hidden from us. And yeah, so it's no one's fault. Like King of Cups, again, this is to me an emotional card and it's hidden. So, when people do their work and deeper inner work, the shifts can be absolutely incredible. But also at the same time, if they have got the cancer, then maybe that's their way out, which they're meant to be going at that time. So it's like this double-edged sword, and it's not a wrong thing. Eight of Cups. You can walk away from the situation, or you can leave your physical body.
But
It's our choice. Yeah. That's this one here says to me, it's a whole new way of being with people.
yes. So how do you want to answer the question then? Because it
Yeah.
says, is it true that the daughter has 50% chance of getting it too? I'm going to say no, but
I
we'll
got
let the
no.
cards.
I got no with the kinesiology.
Yeah, that's
So,
not true.
they're looking at stats. Now we've got to remember as well, and they're creating this, we create the stats for them. So it's like when they do movies, it's like we then create that reality for them because everyone's thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is coming up agreeing as I was talking with the kinesiology even. So
Hmm.
we are so powerful. We can just turn it around and um oh, and I used to say, I wish they would teach some of this basic stuff to kids at school, but of course they're not going to. That would
No.
empower them. That would take away their whole system. But it is happening, and I know that it will happen, that it
Yeah.
will change up, and it will be, we will have those gifts and know what they are, and our
Hmm.
absolute birthright to be healthy and to
Yeah.
know how to clear and using like sound vibration and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So, so no, I feel that's it is a programming, and of course, what does it do? Puts fear. Yeah,
Yes. And I want to put this up here because some people are, once they watch the video, they might
yeah,
not be looking at the chat, and I don't want them
yeah.
to miss what Nell said, that she had a
Wow,
bladder cancer, and she healed with lots of meditation and violent flame transmutation. So,
wow.
right there is the prime example of you can heal yourself and you don't
Yeah,
have to put yourself through chemo, which kills 97% of people, you know. So, you know, so we're so powerful. We're so powerful.
I
We're just,
know, I know. But it's everyone's choice too. I've had friends that have chosen to go down the route of doing the chemo and going through
mhm.
the normal system, and then other ones that haven't. And it's really the experience that they choose
Absolutely.
to
It's all
have.
about the experience. But
Yeah,
let me tell
you're
you,
right.
chemo is hell. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
sister-in-law went through it and she said she was burning from the inside. She couldn't, it was horrific. I've never
yeah,
seen
I know.
something more horrible than that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I agree. And so, no, well done, honey. That's just incredible. Well done. And it's
that's
beautiful to see
amazing.
these examples, isn't it, of
Mhm.
people, working with what works for them, and everyone, all, when you have that intention and you put it to the universe, you'll get drawn to different places. The synchronicity will help you to know what's right for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So, well done.
Yeah. Yeah. And what a beautiful lesson for her, right? For just such a beautiful lesson, because not only she learned to see how powerful she is, but then she's able to help others, like with her own lesson and with her own story, because we heal by hearing stories.
Correct.
And so when we have people that have gone through it, it's just
I
truly
know.
amazing.
It is truly amazing. I mean, I do believe that we are so powerful, because I remember, like, with my hair, right? My pop had this colored hair, and he was 60 something, I think, when he died. But I always remember as a kid, oh, I've got the same color hair as my pop, and he never went gray. I went, I'm not going to go gray. I'm going to keep my hair color. So my sister now has to dye her hair, but I don't. And I really believe this is because from when I was a kid, I saw the positive of something in my lineage and I took it.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. I actually have done the same with my dad. He only has a few gray hairs. He's
Yeah.
80. All the gray is down here.
Wow.
And I remember always saying, like, I'm so lucky I have my dad's hair. I'm so lucky I have
That's
my
it.
dad's hair. And it's the same thing. I have maybe a couple of grays here, a couple of grays there, and that's
Yeah,
it. I
that's
don't,
it.
I don't color my hair.
Like,
I
whereas my
don't.
sister's, she's got virtually a little bit darker red, and but yeah, she has to color it. So I think, this is how powerful we are. And I've got a friend, and ever since she was a child, she used to go, "We don't have to age. This is all just rubbish." Do you know now? She just virtually hasn't got a line on her face. She's over 60. She looks about 35, and she's known from when she was a child that we do not have to age. She's just always had this knowing, and you just look at
Wow.
her and go, "You're just weird, man."
Wow.
She's an enigma. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's so powerful when we take things on, especially as a child. So maybe look at sort of some of the belief systems we've taken on as a child and see how it's impacted us as we've grown older. And why don't we just reverse them and change that belief system up?
Yeah.
Mm,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not believe that we're getting younger, right? As
totally.
we age, we're getting
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Why
still
not?
using I'm still using that new word experienced. I'm not going to say age anymore. I'm going to go, "Hey, I'm just so experienced and wise." And that's it. There's no mention of age, so you can look however you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
all about um how you feel. Like I've always felt
Yeah.
really young, and people always go, "You look so young." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's because I feel
Feel young.
young. I
Yeah.
don't feel my age."
Yes.
So again, what you think is what you are. So if
Yeah.
you feel young, you're going to look young, and you're going to feel young, and your body's going to act young. It's
Yeah.
all about what you believe and what you feel.
And playing. I think playing's really important. Because I remember my sister married this beautiful man, and he had a beautiful little daughter. So I sort of almost became like her sister because she didn't have any other siblings. But she'd have her cousins over, and I'd be there playing with all the kids and this and that. And I remember she was about 9 or something, and she looked at me and she said, "Maree, I want to be like you when I grow up." I went, "Oh, what do you mean?" She went, "I want to know. I want to remember how to play and to play." And I went, so that was one of the most beautiful compliments I've ever had from a child, because I was 30 something there playing with them like I was a kid. And I'd rather do that than talk to the boring adults. I was there like having such a fun time with these kids. And I think that's what it's about. It's remembering to play.
It
So,
is.
yeah,
And I've
yeah.
gotten that message a lot from my guides and from
Mm,
the oracle cards and whatever else. I've gotten that so
yeah.
often. Like, you need to play, you need to play. Since I was a little girl, I was really independent and serious and like following the rules and just very, doing the right thing, not getting in trouble. And I've never been very playful. I always wanted to be an adult. When you're an only child, you strive to be like the adults because you're always with adults. You're not
Yes.
with children.
Yeah.
So I never really got to be a kid in that sense of really, playing per se.
That
Always wanted to
freedom.
be like the adults around me. So I took away my childhood that way, kind of,
You did. You sort of lost that childhood. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's up to you to give yourself back that and give it back to your inner child. And one
Yeah.
thing I do every day is I always go inside and I ask my beautiful inner little girl, I go, "Well, what do you want to do today?" And it's like, "I actually want to have an ice cream down at the beach." Okay. So, whatever, I'll do one thing a day that my inner little girl wants to do, or, so
Yeah.
whatever it is, yeah, I think it's important.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we do a reading since we
Okay.
have time?
Yes.
All right, let's do a general reading. And if you guys don't mind, pop your 888 on the chat, and we'll start doing a reading. And then there's some questions. If we don't get any other questions, I can ask some questions about what's going on out in the real 3D world. I shouldn't say real.
No,
In the
this,
fake 3D world.
yeah, this is surreal.
All right, Amy.
Ooh.
I don't think we've had Amy had a reading before.
I don't
So
think so either. Hello, Amy.
yeah.
All right. So Amy, I'm just going to do my usual, just tuning in. I'm just tuning through my heart, higher self, connecting into your higher self. And I just ask for whatever it is that Amy needs to know that might help her at this present time in life, that comes through for her. Okay. It's really interesting because I get an image when I actually tune in. And so, yeah, let's just see what the cards come up with, and I'll bring that through for you, Amy. Just fascinating. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. So, Amy, the moon cards come up for you. Now, when this comes up with the temperance card, so what it's telling me is it's almost like you're sort of a little bit torn as to which way to go, because the moon tests us. The moon is like something's put in our path or in our psyche for us to work through. So it's almost like, because what I was seeing was like these 4 hearts. It's like you're almost being, I don't know which direction to go in. So what I would do is, this temperance card is telling me that you're beautifully looked after. Just go into your own heart and let it play out. Whatever's going on play out, because there's going to be a change that comes with it. You just have to have a little bit of patience. So I feel like you've just been you've been put through a little bit of a test at the moment. Strength. And you're actually going to come out of this a lot stronger. You're going to know yourself a lot stronger. You're going to be much more connected into your own emotional heart, your own love of yourself. So, yeah. So you're going to this is not a bad card when it comes up in a reading, the devil. To me, this is just looking at what is it that you're judging yourself on? What is it that needs to come up? So a little bit of inner work would be really good, because this is going to make you a lot stronger, the Magician. You've got all of the tools that you need to do this. So connecting to your higher self and ask to bring that magic through to shift this. And a lot of people are going through these little initiations at the moment, but you are going to come out of it and you're going to feel a lot more connected. So, yeah, the Star. See, look at that. That's a beautiful card. It's like you'll know which way you're going. You'll feel a lot more empowered. You're going to feel a lot more connected. Don't be surprised, again, if your crown chakra, I'm seeing energy coming in through for you. So don't be surprised if you get a bit of tingling or heat or a bit sore on your top of your head. You're really opening up to something. You just got to go through this little trigger first, okay? So, yeah, and you might have been feeling like you've been out in the cold a little bit. You've been a little bit out of sync. All good. It's all good. Everyone has been going through this. So we get these pushes. So just be calm. I would say in your own mind, be very calm. Just know it's perfect. It might feel uncomfortable with this little trigger, but you're going to be much stronger after this. So just do some inner work, just meditate, accept, let it all play out. So I don't know, I hope, and just come back into your own heart for you. Don't look after everyone else around you. So I hope that helps, Amy. I don't know what's going on for you at the moment, but it's a little test.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, that's a really good reading, Maree. Thank you so much. And guys, if you want a reading with Maree, there's her website right there, magicmaree.com. She's amazing.
So if you have any problems getting on to book in, just send me an email at iam@magicmaree.com. Because, I mean, it shouldn't be, but if there is, let me know. I just have heard someone say that they did have a bit of an issue going through Stripe. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
very
so
good.
let's check on that.
Very good. All right. I have a question. I have been seeing, and I know we did the cards on this. Didn't you, when we did the cards on XRP, do you remember if the cards agreed that the XRP would have to be bought out because of how it was going to be used in the banking system? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember asking that one. Did we ask it?
I don't know, but
I don't know that we did.
all right. So I'm seeing it all over again that because of XRP is going to be how the banking institutions are going to do uh, moving money around, that's going to have to get bought out from the people that have it, of course, at a very good price. So, so is that true?
Okay, let's just see. Okay. Well, it's interesting. I don't think that's the trick. We've got the Ten of Swords, which means something is finishing. So there's definitely something that's going to happen, Elisa.
Yeah, the end of the SEC case. That's what it's the end. That's
The
what
end
I'm
of
saying.
something. Yeah, and something new, because we've got our Page of Wands. So this is a new action step. Sometimes it's not huge when it's a page, but it's definitely a new way of action. So, and then this one wanted to come up. So it looks like something will be offered, and it's the Four of Cups. So I don't feel it's going to be maybe what people are saying. I don't feel it's because this is, I don't know if I like that offer. So I'm not sure with that. Yeah, interesting. Seven of Pentacles has come up. Now, when this comes up, it means there was seeds planted and people are just watching it to see what will happen, how it will turn out. So I don't know that that's actually going to be the way it goes. No, there's still hidden. Four of Swords.
So it's like a mixed.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like something will definitely change and shift and finish to move into something new. It doesn't look through the cards like it will be that, but there's so much hidden. I don't feel it's, we can know that yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. So then let's talk about very good. So Amy says goosebumps and smiles. And she says that, yes, thank you. Explains a lot of what's going on. So very good.
Yay. Just trust yourself. Ask for help from your guides, from God. Just stay in that beautiful space.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So as we know, or maybe not, Mr. T has been indicted. And so supposedly, I think today he was going to get taken in, or I don't know. I don't follow that stuff. Okay. But what I do want to know is if this is really, truly the bad guys trying to get at him because the elections are coming, or is this the white hats trying to show people how corrupt the system is? So I don't know which one it is.
Or set a precedent again.
Yeah.
So okay, let's just okay, so how are we going to ask this? We'll just ask first of all, is this part of the show? Is this just a showmanship, maybe?
Part of the movie?
Part of the movie, yeah.
Which would infer that it's not real, right? That it's
being done for a purpose rather than
Well, if the bad guys do it, it's for a purpose. If the good guys do it, it's for a purpose. So no matter what, it's for a purpose. But what we want to know is who's behind the purpose. Who's behind?
Right. Who's behind this? Who's behind this book? And that should give us a fairly clear answer.
Yes. The card should be very,
Seven of Swords, so it's a strategy. Let's have a look and see.
For sure.
That one's really hot. Ten of Swords. It's actually going to finish something. This is almost going to be like something that really finishes something. And it's like, that makes sense though, doesn't it? You know, that, oh my God, we're getting the same cards. So I'm actually going to reshuffle because I was getting the same cards were hot. So I'm just going to reshuffle these. Hang on a second. Just clear them. Because the same cards were coming up as the last question.
Interesting.
I know. So is it all linked? Well, it could very well be, couldn't it? I mean, because it always sort of came through that it depended on events, not timing with that case, that XRP case as well, didn't it? So it was all about what events were going on. Okay, asking again, is this the good guys or the bad guys? That's that one. This is fascinating because we've got two knights. So the first one is our Knight of Cups.
Oh,
Now he's bringing a message that's emotional. The next one is our Knight of Wands. To me, the Knight of Wands is sometimes going the other way to take people's attention away from something. So there's definitely something here that's a plot. It's, to me, this is saying that this is a plot. And the Chariot, to me, there has to be perfect balance for it to move forward. So I would say that this is actually a white. Oh my God! Just as I said that, the Emperor. This is a white hat production. They know exactly what's going on. The confusion is deliberate to confuse people. That card absolutely telling us that this is definitely the white hats.
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep. Because that hasn't come up for a while, quite a while, that card. So
Yeah.
we haven't really asked much around this for quite a while. So that's interesting that it's just come up, that sort of question.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So then what the YouTube question just came back to me because I had forgotten about it. Okay. So I've seen that YouTube now is allowing stuff about the 2020 election to be discussed. Wow. And YouTube now is allowing all this stuff. And I'm like, so let's ask the cards. Has YouTube finally been taken over by the white hats?
Yeah. Well, maybe it was for a while, but they still wanted to show people maybe how unfair and how, corrupt it was. But let's just see if it is under white hat control. Is that something that's actually happened? Oh, interesting. You want to come out too. Yeah, because we've got our Three of Swords, so it was controlled. It was heartbreaking for everyone that was losing their channels, blah, 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 blah. Now we've got our Ten of Pentacles. So to me, this is a very abundant card, lots of people. Well, a lot of people were affected by that as well. Wheel of Fortune, it's definitely turned.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what we wanted to see, right?
I'm getting an energy with that. So yeah, that to me is truth. Oh, goosebumps energy. So there's a reason for it. Yep. Yeah, Temperance. It's definitely changed. We've had to be patient, but this has changed and it's in the good hands.
All right. So then we don't have to worry as much about what we say then.
It depends what they're focusing on, because they may want one rhetoric to be allowed through and not to have distraction of others. So I'd still be mindful. That's my feeling.
Oh, but we can talk about the 2020 election now.
Yes, we probably can. Let me just double check that. Queen of Pentacles. I think we can. She contemplates reality in the future, and yes, that's funny.
That is funny. Very funny. Very interesting.
Yeah. So remember, they have an agenda as well. So they're trying to direct people's focus in a certain way as well.
Yeah. Okay. The next question before I forget. So I saw that the House Republicans had put in a bill to go after Gary Gensler, who is the SEC chairman, to I don't remember if it's to charge him or to something to that effect. Like there was I don't remember the if it's to charge him or to kick him out or to whatever, but can we ask the cards if it's really true that that is a bill that is it true? Like, are they passing a bill to get him out of there, basically?
Okay.
Is this the beginning of the end, or is this the end of? Because I can imagine they're trying to bring out the what was happening there, the corruption that was happening in the SEC. That was gigantic.
Hugely gigantic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the cards. So we've got our Knight of Wands, and this is someone taking action, but it can sometimes be a little bit convoluted. It's never straightforward. The Moon. So there's definitely something that's out of place again. Remember, this is something that is going to cause a bit of an issue or going to trigger something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that they're bringing it to people's attention. Yes, and it is going to get better because we've got our Six of Swords. So it's going to help things to actually get better. So they're definitely causing a bit of a stir with those two cards. for sure. But
Okay, so then has
Mm.
Gary Gensler already been taken down and this is just a show?
Whoa, okay, has he already been taken down? This is definitely a strategy. I'll just see. I'll just double confirm. Is he still around the world? I feel he's still around, but it will be. It will happen because the world card's there, which is a much bigger picture. There's something bigger going on. So yeah, but it's definitely part of the big strategy. Interesting, yeah, because the Seven of Swords came up before the world. So yeah, it's part of the big strategy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So I wonder if there's really anything left under the bad guys. It feels like everything's a movie every time we look at anything.
Yeah, but I guess there's the unknown. There could be some FFs, that get
Yeah.
done, so let's just
Yeah, but
see.
are those FFs even that I question now?
Do they flip them then to work for them?
Right.
Yeah, I know. Let's just see. Is there anything that we would say has power within the deep state that could cause a problem for the white hats? I guess
Yeah.
that's one way to put it, eh? So
Yeah.
let's just see. Oh my God, this card, it's the card of the day. So it looks to me like there could be a little bit because, that can go the other way. So there could be just a few things that are still out there. But I mean, unless I get a really major card, I would say that no, it's not huge. Four
Yeah.
of Wands, no, I feel that they've got most of it really under control and in a good, safe space is what I'm getting. So there is still, yeah, so Seven of Wands. So this is when you're fighting for control. You actually know what's going on and you're really working hard to keep things in balance and right. So I feel that there's still some stuff that they have to deal with. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nothing major.
It's
Like there is
minor.
nothing major.
Yeah.
No, King of Pentacles, they've got most of it under control because I
Yeah.
was just asking about the white hats.
So now
So
it's just all of it is just a movie to get people to wake up.
yeah, and putting out a few little fires here and there that are still, the minions are still sort of playing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also to get things in place. So, like, they've always said they want to do it legally. They want to do it so people see it being done through the right way. So people go, oh, yeah, that's right. They did do that. Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about the UFO crash that happened in Las Vegas? Any info?
Was this just recently?
I don't know much about it.
That's okay. We can still ask to see if it was real or not. To see if it was actually if it was a ridgy didge, dinky die type sort of thing.
Yeah, if it's the good guys or the bad guys, movie or
we'll ask if it even happened first, or if it was a blue
yes,
beam.
yes.
Let's just see if this was
if
real.
it even happened.
Embrace your journey. Let's find out what the cards say about it.
Yes.
So was this actually a real incident? Okay. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, you want to come out. We've got our Six of Wands. So this is actually a victory. The King of Swords. So this is a story that was wanted to be put out, and they whatever happened, it's what they wanted. Because the King of Swords to me is a story, and then the Queen of Wands. So she has integrity. So this is really interesting. I'm going to ask, though, is this I just asked, was this a blue beam type event? And we got our King of Pentacles. So whatever the story was that they wanted to put out, it was perfect. And it was actually a story, and it was a perfect play that they've done. Yeah, using blue beam. Oh my God, we just got another yes. Ace of Swords. Haven't had an ace all day. That's saying that the story we're telling, yeah, it is true. It was blue beam. They made it look like that. I don't know if any of you have seen anything they've done with the incredible blue beam technology. Go look it up. It's fabulous. It's just incredible. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and those cards were pretty specific with
all
what
right,
they were saying.
So
yeah.
Let's
look
ask
again. Got that again. It's an integrity card. Yes.
Okay. So then let's ask the cards what's in store for us this week. If there's anything major going to happen this week.
well, one just jumped out, so I always take the ones that want to jump. So, and we got an 8 of cups. So yeah, something's going to be left behind. Something's going to be walked away from. All right, let's just see if we can get any more information on that. Yeah, there's definitely something that's going to be left behind. Like turn and walk away, look for something different. Wow. Looking for something better. Okay, let's have a look. You want to come out? Let me just see. Yeah. The Hermit. So to me, I'm feeling that a lot of people are going to go in and do some introspection. They're going to go in and be asking questions because of stuff that's going on. So it's almost like it's going to give people, people are just asking questions and going, what is going on? I need to go in, and looking inside themselves to find answers. So, and our Queen of Swords. So she is someone, as I said, that is direct, but she's not the king. So there could still be some stuff that's not completely truthful. However, 3 of Wands, this is setting up a scene for the future. So that it's letting go of some of the past. Again, that reminds me a little bit of the 8 of Cups, walking away from something and then seeing something in the future. So there could be a bit of a marker or a milestone through this week.
Oh, okay.
Just something that changes, something that's let go of to set up something better for the future. And I don't know what it is. I'll see if I can get, if it's legal, if it's like what it might be.
Financial, legal.
Yeah. There's a message coming through about financial, because that's our Knight of Pentacles that flew out. So there's a message coming through about something financial, and it could be anything. It could
be I told you about the dinars, right? And then you said the dinar budget got done, and you said yes, but it's not completely done. There's something left to do.
Yeah.
And then it came out that throughout the weekend they finalized the budget. Like the whatever piece you said was missing, it's almost like it actually happened. And so it could be that, because I know that was huge.
Yeah, maybe. But it could also be, that one wants to come out and talk to us. It could also be about the banking system. That one wants to come out again. So it's telling us whatever it is, it's definitely looking forward and looking over to the future. So it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
But look, it could be that the banks go down, because it would have to be, because with the dinar, wouldn't it have to be more global? So it would include a lot of the other currencies, or not? Is it separate?
I don't know.
So I just feel there's still a little bit more to that story to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But something sort of in the financial area, which could be anything from crypto to banking to gold to whatever. Something could happen. Yeah.
Okay. So. All right. So Trixie says, does Jasper have anything to do additional to say?
Hi, Jazzy. Okay, let's tune in. All right, this is fascinating. He's showing me having laser focus, and he's showing me like white light coming out from our eyes. So it's like when we focus on something, we will create it. And this is what he's saying. So when you focus and you do it through a high frequency, which is the white light, that's what you will then create. So don't sort of be like doing these ones. Just focus, look at it, create it, and then you move to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's really weird. This is just what he's showing me, is have this laser-eyed focus, but do it through a high frequency, through your heart. And things will happen faster and faster. And that's what he's showing me. So there you go.
What you focus on grows, right? Absolutely. So what you put your focus on is what's going to grow.
Yeah. Yep, and feel it. Yeah, it was very white light, so it is definitely from that higher. We're using that beautiful frequency that's around at the moment. Just really use it. Yeah, definitely.
So I believe the answer is yes here. Did we look at it with the cards already?
Yeah, we have, and I remember, and it came up, but I'll do it again because things have been changing, but that's been for a while now.
Yeah.
Amy, I think is what we were getting. So it's so funny because there's such a split with people's thoughts around this. Some people go, it doesn't exist, it's a load of rubbish. Other people go, yes, it exists. And other people go, I'm not sure. But I've just always had this feeling that there is something.
But I know it's real. Remember, I told you, I know for a fact it's real because I've seen documents from a bank in Panama with the training about the QFS. So I know it's real.
Six of Swords, we're definitely going to a better place. So that, and I was asking specifically about the QFS.
Yeah.
So that's that's sort of telling me King of Pentacles. He's a manifester of reality, great manifester, the best manifester.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, but this
Yay.
is really positive yes cards. And I always do it through heat and tingling and whichever one wants to come forward. And that ace came up to say yes to the last thing as well. So, you know, yeah. So Amy, yes, that's what my cards are saying. So I'm just going to go with that. And my gut feeling, my intuition as well. As well as what Elisa has had, which is actually, Do you know if anything happened with that, Elisa? Was there anything done with that? You know what I mean? Was there any action?
It was training material.
It was training?
Yeah.
Did it get used? Do you know if it was used?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I have no idea. But,
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah. And the interesting thing is, this is super interesting. My brother's wife is one of the project managers who is managing moving their bank to the QFS.
Are you serious? So it's double confirmation, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See, So, and I feel when we're open to things, it's like then of course we can help with the creation of it or the flow of it as well.
Yeah.
So wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So
that's it for today, guys. Always so much
Wow.
fun. Thank you for your questions. That's what we're here for, your questions. So we love you so much, and thank you for just the love in the chat. There's always so much love here, and I'm so grateful for you guys. And thank you to Jazzy for his info.
I know. Thanks, Jazzy. And again, he loves everyone. So if you want to tune into his energy, you can do. All right. So if you're meditating, you can actually say, I'd like to be connected to Jasper's energy, and just see what happens for you, because he loves people, loves them.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We love you. We'll see you on Thursday.
See you. Bye.
Bye.